Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I will explain complex analysis. So here, what is the complex numbers? Let us see the definition of complex numbers. So the set of all ordered pairs, that is x comma y. So this is the order pair containing x and y terms. So here x and y are real numbers. So this is called complex numbers. The set of all ordered pairs x comma y is called a complex numbers. Here x and y are real numbers. So the complex numbers is defined c equal to x comma y such that x comma y belongs to R. So here complex number is denoted by z. So z equal to x plus iy. So such that x comma y belongs to R. So here x is real part and y is imaginary part, and the function of z, so that is f of z equal to u plus iv such that u comma v belongs to R. So this function is called a complex function. So here f of z equal to u plus iv such that u comma v belongs to R. So here u is a real number and v is imaginary part. So therefore complex number containing real part and imaginary part. So next one, addition and multiplication of two complex numbers. So here I am taking two complex numbers, that is two ordered pairs x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. So these are the two complex numbers. Then addition of complex number, that is x1 comma y1 plus x2 comma y2. So that is equal to x1 plus x2 comma y1 plus y2. So this is the addition of complex numbers. And multiplication, that is x1 into y1 into x2 y2 equal to x1 x2 minus y1 y2 comma x1 y2 minus plus x2 y1. So this is the multiplication. So addition x1 x2, x1 plus x2, y1 plus y2, and the multiplication of two complex numbers, that is x1 x2 minus y1 y2 comma x1 y2 plus x2 y1. So these are the addition and multiplication of two complex numbers. So here I am taking one note, that is z equal to x plus iy. Z is a complex number, then conjugate of z, so that is denoted by z bar equal to x minus iy. So conjugate means by changing the sign of imaginary part, so that is z bar equal to x minus iy. Then modulus of z square equal to z into z bar, so that is x plus iy into x minus iy, that is equal to x square plus y square. Next, modulus of z equal to square root of x square plus y square. So this is the note. Properties. So first one, modulus of z1 plus z2 less than or equal to modulus of z1 plus modulus of z2. Next, second one, modulus of z1 into z2 equal to modulus of z1 into modulus of z2. Next, third one, modulus of z1 by z2 equal to modulus of z1 by modulus of z2. Next, subtraction. So that is modulus of z1 minus mod z2 less than greater than or equal to, here modulus of z1 minus modulus of z2. Next one, e power I theta. So e power I theta can be written as cos theta plus I sin theta. Next one, e power I z. So this can be written as cos z plus I sin z. Next, property, that is e power iz, modulus of e power iz equal to 1. So these are the properties, that is addition property of complex numbers, modulus of z1 plus z2 less than or equal to modulus of z1 plus modulus of z2. Next, multiplication property, modulus of z1 into z2 equal to modulus of z1 into modulus of z2. Next, division property, modulus of z1 by z2 equal to modulus of z1 by modulus of z2. Next, subtraction, modulus of z1 minus z2 greater than or equal to modulus of z1 minus modulus of z2. Next, e power I theta equal to cos theta plus I sin theta and modulus of e power iz equal to 1. In complex analysis, here we have to learn these functions and definitions. First one is limits, next one continuity, limits, continuity, next one differentiability, differentiability, and next one is analytic function. So here analytic function is very important. Next one entire function, entire function. Next one Cauchy-Riemann equations or Cauchy-Riemann functions or equations. Next one harmonic functions, harmonic functions. So these topics are very important. So in complex analysis, analytic function is very important topic. So let us explaining. First one, limits. So what is the limit of a function? So let us see the definition of limit of a function. Limit of a function. So a number L is said to be, here L is nothing but limit. A number L is said to be limit of function f of z as z naught tends to z naught, as z tends to z naught, and it is denoted by limit z tends to z naught f of z equal to L. So if for every epsilon greater than 0 there exists delta greater than 0 such that modulus of f of z minus L less than epsilon whenever z minus z naught is less than delta. So this is called limit of a function. So if limit of a function exists, therefore both right hand side and left hand side limits are equal, then the limit is exist for that function. Next one is continuous of a function. So a function f of z is said to be, a function f of z is said to be point z naught, continuous of a function at a point z naught if f of z naught is exist and limit, if f of z naught is exist and limit of z tends to z naught, so that can be written as limit z tends to z naught f of z equal to f of z naught. So this is a continuity of a function. So in this also for every epsilon greater than 0 there exists delta greater than 0 such that modulus of f of z minus f of z naught less than epsilon whenever here z minus z naught less than delta. So this is a continuity of a function at a point z equal to z naught. So that is continuity of a function is nothing but both right hand side limit and left hand side limit are equal and limit point is same, then that function is called continuous of a function. So therefore here limit z tends to z naught f of z equal to f of z naught. Next, discontinuity of a function. Discontinuity of a function. So a function which is not continuous, then that function is called discontinuity. So that is for every epsilon greater than 0 there exists delta greater than 0, then here limit, so that is limit z tends to z naught f of z is not equal to f of z naught. So this is called discontinuity of a function. Some important notes on continuous of a function. So that is first one, a function f of z is said to be continuous in a domain if it is continuous every point in the domain. So a function which is continuous, then the domain of all points of the function is also continuous function. Next, second one, a function which is not continuous at z0, then f of z0 does not exist. Next, w equal to f of z, that is equal to u plus iv, is a continuous function if both u and v are also continuous. Next one, differentiability. So the definition of differentiable function, that is a function f of z is differentiable. A function f of z is differentiable then at a point z0 if the limit, that is differentiable function f dash of z0 equal to limit delta z tends to 0 f of z0 plus delta z minus f of z0 by delta z, or this can be written as here f dash of z0 equal to limit z tends to z0 f of z minus f of z0 by z minus z0. So this is the differentiable function. So here delta z, so z equal to z0 plus delta z. So here one note, that is very important note, that is every differentiable function is continuous, but converse need not be true. So every differentiable function is continuous, but every continuous function need not be a differentiable function. So here I am taking example f of z equal to modulus of z. So modulus of z, every mod function is continuous function, but that is not differentiable function. Mod function is continuous function, but it is not differentiable. So here I am taking one more example, f of z equal to z bar. So here z bar is nothing but x minus function, but not differentiable function. These are the definitions of limits, continuous and differentiable. Hope you are all understood this topic. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.